Hello, 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 hello. Yes, we are back. We are back. I promise to give it to you guys back to back, back to back, back to back. Right. On that positive ride, right? Let's see what we've got for us today. So I say happy Friday to every one of us. Yes, 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 yes. October is going. It's going. It's going. Can you imagine that we have few days before the end of October already? Yes, it is just the reality. It is the reality. Are you prepared to finish the year stronger? Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this, right? So, welcome back to another episode. Yes, episode 93 of Be Inspired to Be You. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, coming on this journey with me all the time, right? So, here with me today is Miss Erika, all the way from Canada. Yes, she's here today to talk with us, and we'll be talking on the topic resilience in the face of adversity. As it is, a lot of us, a lot of people out there are facing one challenge or the other, a lot of difficulties here and there, right? So we are here today to say, hey, you've got what it takes, okay? How can you actually put this resilience into practice? And that is what I've got Coach Erika. Yes, in case you don't know, right? She is my coach, and this is like maybe the third or the fourth time you've been here, right? We love you, and we are
Oh,
always
yeah.
working for you. Thank you so much. So I'll give you the floor to introduce yourself to our audience.
All right. Hi, everybody. As Monterey said, my name is Erica, and I am so excited to be here. I've been a digital business owner for over 4 years now, and I've met Monterey many years ago, and we've connected through this online business, and it's just been such a pleasure. And I'm so honored that she, keeps asking me to come back on her page to get interviewed, and I just love her so much and her energy. And so I'm happy to be here and kind of share some of my experiences and my thoughts on the topic that we have today, which is resilience in the face of adversity.
Ooh, thank you so much. We love you. We love. Who would not love you? Tell me. You are
Oh,
just so cute.
thank you. I will take it. I love it.
Thank you so much again for honoring our invitation. So we'll dive right, into the topic of the day. So I want to ask you, Coach Erika, what does resilience mean to you, and why is it so important in today's world?
Okay, so resilience, like the meaning of it, I looked it up because obviously we have an idea of what it means, but
Mhm.
what does the dictionary says? And it says, the capacity to withstand and recover or to recover quickly from difficulties. And I think this is so important, especially in today's world, because there's always change. There's always something difficult that is happening in our lives. And it's different for every person. Something that might be a small thing for someone might be a big thing for someone. And, we just experience something kind of traumatic and something difficult as a global community, right? We just had the pandemic. And so all of us had to be resilient in that. And so many things changed, and our world is changing every day with things that are going politically, societally. Like it is so important for us to be able to power through those difficulties and pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. And that for sure is an important skill for each of us to know and to learn and to perfect.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Right. In a nutshell, you are saying we all can actually overcome that difficulty if only we are determined enough to stay
Exactly.
through and take the necessary steps.
That's
Wow.
right. Yeah.
People watching us or catching up on the replay, I know you need this. Even if you are not ready to admit it. Yes, you need this because there is need for us to do what? To build that skill. Even if we don't need it for the immediate, for now, we may need it in future.
That's right.
So, in the face of any adversity, any challenge, any difficulty, how resilient are you? Or
Mhm.
how resilient will you be? My dear, preparation is the key. So you need this, right? So let's I mean take a look at this again. I want to ask you, I mean, can you share like a personal experience? Is there like any personal experience where you had to exhibit resilience in the face of adversity? And actually, what are the lessons you pick from it?
So, if you're new here, if you've seen past interviews that we've done, I went through kind of a rough patch, and I became a single mom. And that obviously is a very difficult time. That was a very difficult time in my life. And, going through that process, I felt like there was a lot of adversity coming towards me. And so I learned, you know, going through it, I had to be strong. I have two kids. They were, fairly young at that time. And so I had to be strong for them and I had to be resilient because I needed to be there to be their foundation, to be their rock while we were going through this difficult situation. And so I had to be resilient. I had to find ways to, my life changed. It felt like overnight, and so I had to figure out a way, okay, how do I provide for my kids? What do I do now? What are my next steps? And, I had to be resilient throughout all that time. I couldn't just, break down and give up. That wasn't an option. And so I had to be strong. I had to be resilient and power through the difficulties and the obstacles. And, um, just get through that and get to the other end. And I'm so glad that I was able to see how resilient I was during that time, right? And it was a beautiful thing too, to for my children to see that, even though you're going through something difficult in life, you can't give up. You just have to do what you need to do and power through it. And I learned a lot from it. I learned that I could kind of reinvent myself. I can do hard things. I can make difficult decisions and stick to those decisions and, become successful. And I hope that my children were able to see that as well and have that, role model so that later on in life, if and when they do go through something difficult, that they can see, they can remember that, what, my mom was able to do this difficult thing. She was able to, rise from the ashes and become successful and, still provide for us. And so they believe that they can do it themselves too.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, see, see why you are the right person for this topic. Thank you so much. And I must say this, I don't know if I've said it to you before, but I'm saying it openly and publicly now that you are such a beautiful inspiration to
Oh,
me and to a lot of people in our community of over 180,000 business owners. Thank you for inspiring us every now and then. Thank you for not giving excuses in the face of those adversities, right? In the face of those challenges. Well, you have the option to say, hey, guess what? I'm going through this. Children, I can't even take care of you. I'm done. You had that option, right? But
yeah,
guess what? You made a better decision. And today you are grateful for it, right? And that is the essence of this topic that we are here to discuss with people that no matter what you're going through now, just
yeah,
be rest assured that it is a passing phase. It is a phase that, will pass by sooner or later. But then the way you handle it matters a lot. So,
exactly.
how are you handling what you are actually going through now? Or how will you handle something when it happens in future? Because guess what? life happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Life
life can be
happens.
difficult sometimes, and yeah, exactly, it is how you respond to those things that happen to you. But I want to point out, right, like, I'm not sure if your audience, if they're believe in God or some a higher power, but like, you don't encounter difficulties that you can't.
Handle.
Exactly, right? And so God gives you things that He knows you can handle and that you can, overcome. And so, yes, at the time that you're going through something difficult, you're thinking, "Oh my goodness, I can't go on. It's might be too difficult and too heavy on your heart." But you are going through this, and God, Heavenly Father, knows that you can push through it and you can overcome it and you can get to the other side. And so, that is such an important belief, to know that anything you are, you're tested with, you can overcome.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you for that. And I want you to elaborate more on that. And that's what will be I'll be bringing in the next question that says, what are some common factors that contribute to someone's ability to bounce back from adversity? What are those things that one needs to take into consideration that will help you to bounce back from those challenges?
I think knowing that you're not alone, right? You Whether it's a friend, family, higher being, you are not alone. You're never alone, right? So you can always call on, if you believe in God, call on God. If you don't, call on the universe to help you get through it. That support is so important. But I think another thing is, your mindset. You have to be able to remember that you have a lot of blessings in your life. That gratitude, you um if you have gratitude in all the little things, I think that will help you in being resilient when the hard things come. And always being hopeful, right? That there's something better that's going to come, that you are going to pull through, the adversity that you're going through. And I think another thing is like just a drive. If you have a drive to always be better, or to like, there has to be something more in your life that you could do, to improve your life. I think that is so important too. If you don't have that drive, then you're kind of just sit in your trial, or in your adversity, and say, okay, well, this is it. No, it's not it. You can power through it. You can go through it. You can overcome difficult things. And so that is so important, to have that drive and that belief that you can get through it and that you will conquer.
Wow. Thank you so much. Having a positive mindset, knowing that you are not in this alone, okay?
Yeah.
If every other person fails you, believe you me, your creator will never fail you. But are you close to him? Are you in a relationship with him? Are you asking for his helping hand to take you through this beautiful journey that you are going through? Yes, now is the time. If you've not started doing that, right? So, one thing that I know very well is that a lot of people are scared of failure. And in the face of failure, once they fail at something, they allow the world to crash down on them and allow themselves to be bearing the weight all around. And with that comes a whole lot of other challenges because they are so blindfolded with this failure that they encounter, and they are not able to take other steps, okay, to move forward from where they are. But I have a message for you today, that it is high time you look at failure as a stepping stone. Okay, it is you knowing that this is another way that will not work for me to get to my goal. Now is the time for me to search for some other better ways. But guess what? As you are journeying through, do not forget the lessons you pick from that failure to prevent a repetition of that failure. Okay, so go around, do your research, ask for from people that are successful in the field that you are pursuing or around you. They will tell you they did not just get there in one day or at one attempt. Okay, they've done it and done it and done it, failed and failed and failed. Then guess what? Why are they successful today? Because they were resilient in the face of those failures and adversities, right?
That's
So
right.
thank you so much for sharing with us. All right. So I mean, I want to ask you a question now, because you made mention earlier that you are a mother. I mean, a mother to two wonderful kiddos. So I want to ask you, okay, how can we really foster or promote resilience in children and young adults to help them better navigate life challenges? Because a lot of them are at the tender age.
Yeah.
They when they go through some challenges, it can be so overwhelming for them. But how can we as adults, as parents, promote this resilience in them?
Yeah, and I think it's so difficult even for children today, right? Like when we were growing up, we didn't have to deal with the internet and social media, and now kids do. And it seems like children nowadays are growing, faster at a, later age, and learning of things that we, when we were younger, didn't have to deal with at such a young age, right?
Mhm.
And so I think it is so important for our children to be able to have this skill of being resilient. And to foster this, I think it's important to, again, teach our children to have that spirit of gratitude. If they're thankful for the big things and the little things, then I hope, like, this is my idea, I hope that when something challenging comes, it won't affect them as much because they know that they are so blessed. you know Even just something small, they're able to pull on that and say, you know what, my life is blessed. I have a lot of good things going for me. Even though this difficult thing is coming towards me, or I'm going through it right now, I still have a lot of things to be grateful for. And, and even when you were talking earlier, right? Like going through failure, none of us is perfect.
No.
There is no perfect being in this world right now. And we all go through challenges and failures. And I think that is so important for our children to understand that we will encounter failures throughout our lives. And that's okay, because these are the times where we learn. These are the times where we grow and we take the lessons that we learn from these failures and move on, and take that with us as experience and as wisdom to be better. And when we do experience failure, yes, it's okay to feel down and to feel sad about it and to kind of sit in those feelings, but only for a little bit, right? You don't want, to, I like to teach my kids, like, okay, yes, that is an unfortunate thing that happened. It is sad, but we have to pick ourselves back up and move forward. And, okay, what can we do to make the situation better? Or what can we do so we're not in that situation again? Right? And so there's different things that we encounter in life, and having those skills to cope with the bad things that are happening is so important. And I really think, having that spirit and that mindset of gratitude is so important. And, you know yes, feeling sad for a short time of what happened, but then
Mhm.
finding a resolution for it and taking those lessons from that adversity, from that trial, and taking that experience and learning from it. I think that's so important.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Erica, I can listen to you over and over and over again. Hey, people watching this or catching up on the replay. The long and short of all of this is that you should know that if in the face of adversity, you can actually bounce back, but you
Yes.
need to do the right thing. Okay. Yeah, lament over it. It's okay. That's why we are human. But do not sit in there forever. Take other actions that will make you bounce back. Okay? Yeah, thank you so much. And another thing is that, to foster resilience in our children or in young adults, we actually need to be good examples. Just like the example you laid for your children. Okay? That does not mean that they will have to go through what you went through.
No.
But now they saw that, hey, my mom went through this and she was able to scale through and gave us a better life. They will be in a better position, to encourage someone that they might come across in future and say, hey, do you even know our story? Do you know that this happened? And as young as we were, we saw mom handling these things this way. For her to scale through means you can scale through too. Now, audience, I want to tell you this. No matter what you are going through, know fully well that it is not unknown to your creator. It is known to your creator. And it is permitted because your story someday, somewhere, will inspire some other people to keep going in that journey of theirs. Because you will scale through yours, your life will become more beautiful. And guess what? Your life will inspire other people in the nearest future. So keep grinding, keep going. You've got all it takes, okay? So, hey, sis, I'm coming back to you, okay? We belong to a beautiful community, right? And that's where I got, oh my God, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm grateful for you, sis. So I want to ask you, what role does social support play in one's ability to resilient, right? Because we know that people around us,
Mhm.
people in our immediate environment, be it family, friend, co-workers, business partners, play a major role in influencing our resistance, our resilience, our ability to bounce back, our ability to now continue to dwindle in that failure. So, what role will you say social support play in all of this?
It's so important, right? Like, as I said, you're not alone. And that's so important to have that support with you. And, when I was going through my separation, my divorce, I, it was so, it was surmountable to have that support. And it was amazing that when I was looking for, business to do, or a way to support my children, to provide for my children, I wasn't expecting to find the support that the community, the digital business community had. And it's life changing. It helped me to find myself. It helped me to believe in myself again, and to find people that are positive, that have integrity, that supported you throughout, not just your professional, life, but in your personal life as well, and to be there for you, to be a shoulder to lean on. It's so important. And it really did change my life. It really helped me bounce back from that difficult situation that I was going through. And I, am can't even say in words how grateful I am that I found this business and that I found this wonderful community. And it's amazing too. I was able to find community here in my home with church, and just friends that kind of took us in. I am originally not from Calgary. I live in Calgary right now, but I don't have any family here. And so to have that support and to find these friends who are now my family, ha- it's just been so amazing. And so I'm forever grateful for all of those people and for my business community. And but as I said, like, yes, it's so important to find that support, and to find, people to kind of take you in, and just be there for you, to be someone that you can lean on. However, if you're not in a position to have that with family or friends, you do have, your heavenly Father, the universe, to lean on. But I think it's important, right? Like, we're humans, as you said earlier, and we need that support, that personal connection with people. And I think that's so important, and that is something that I think each one of us found, like, understood how important it was, especially when we went through the pandemic and we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
see our families
Mm-hmm.
and our friends, and we couldn't connect with people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that connection is so important
It's so
in
important.
our lives, and how we deal with our hardships in life. And so, yeah, it's I think it's a very important thing to find that support.
All right. Thank you so much. What I hear Coach Erika say is, do not keep quiet.
Hmm.
Do not keep quiet. Ask for help.
Yeah.
Okay. There are people that have gone through the journey you are going through now, in your personal life, in your career life, in your business life, in your any kind of thing you're going through. Some people have gone through it. Okay. Ask for help. Sometimes just talking to someone that you trust will give you a lot of relief. So I see you going through that adversity, right? I see you facing those challenges. But guess what? You can actually live through them.
Yeah.
You can scale through. So take that action today. So as we move to the final stage of this live stream, I want to ask you, Miss Erika, Coach Erika, what would be your final words to someone, either going through divorce or any other challenges of life that are, life challenges that
Hmm.
are so overwhelming to them? What are some of the things or some of the advice that you can give to them?
Please don't give up, right? You are an amazing human being, and you can go through difficult things. And so, if there's anything that I can give advice, it's just to not give up. And, if there's something that you are wanting more of, then go out there and see what channels you can go through to get to that goal, right? And for me, that was finding this my online business and creating and building this business. There were some things that were lacking in my life, and while I was going through this, I was thinking, okay, what do I need to do? You know, at that point, I wasn't the mom that I wanted to be, because I had to be working all the time and going through this difficult situation. I had to provide for my kids. And so I had to ask the questions to myself and say, okay, what is it that I need to do so I can be where I want to be? And then I looked for that, and I found, a vessel to accomplish my goals, and I went for it. And so I think that is so important for you to ask yourself the question, okay, what do I need to do to get out of this difficult situation? And just step by step, power through it. Just don't give up. That is the most important thing, right? We can do difficult things, and again, you will not encounter any difficulty, any adversity, any trial that you cannot handle. So believe in yourself and power through it, because you can conquer it.
Wow. Thank you so much for those words of advice and for speaking from the depth of your heart. We really, really appreciate it. So, people, you've heard that. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. We see you, we understand that you are going through this. If we did not tell you, you wouldn't know. Probably we are going through some, because this discussion may not just be for you, it might be for us as well, right? We all need it. If not right now, for the future. And if not for the future, at least we've had it. And now we are bringing the lessons and we are passing that across to you. So, whatever situation you are in, just know that, hey, Some people have tread this path before. Some people will tread the path after me. But then, what advice will what experience, positive experience, or lessons will I drive from this to give to people that will be coming after me to encourage them? So, believe that you can scale through this. Believe that you are not alone. Have a personal friendship with your creator. Be determined. Have that positive mindset. Know that whatever the difficulty it is just for a short while. You can scale through. Okay? We love you and we say thank you for being part of this wonderful episode. Miss Erika, I want to specially thank you for creating time to be here. We appreciate you. And guess what? My audience want to have more and more and more of you. Okay? So
Thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
No, I really appreciate you inviting me. It's always such a pleasure chatting with you and seeing you in our community. And so this is a blessing. This is, a privilege for me. Thank you again for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And on this note, we say bye bye. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Remember, we're on a 30 days journey. So definitely, I'll be right back with you tomorrow. Bye bye.